Here we will analyze about the film Hear Me. My name is Andini Naura Tashfia and number name 161. Next, how does Kenny kill hot trauma affect her behavior and communication style throughout and in the film? Trauma often leads to emotional withdrawal and defensiveness and heightened sensitive in communication, and character like Kenny might exhibit distrust, difficulty forming close relationship, or avoid vulnerability, as trauma can cause further emotional harm. And alternatively, they may overcome pressure by seeking validation of exhibiting controlling behavior. And next, analyze the symbol of the closet in the Kenny's childhood. How does this affect his communication skill today? In the context of hurt me, if we speculated based on your mention of the character Kenny experienced childhood trauma like to a closet called symbolic suppression, confinement, or hiding parts of oneself. A traumatic experience like being trapped in the closet during childhood could represent emotion or fear of exposure. This may manifest in Kenny present day's communication as being closed off, burdened, or recruited to express vulnerability. His ability to communication openly might be stunted by unresolved fear of shame due to her expression of confinement. We'd like to discuss the impact of bullying on Kenny's psychology development. How does the movie portray the long-term effect of bullying at the school? In Kenny, expression bullying during childhood, it likely impacted his self-esteem, sense of safety, and ability to trust others. The long-term effect might include social anxiety and withdrawal from social interaction or hypervigilance. The film might portray his reluctance of to open up or engage in intimate relation due to the emotions caused by reported trauma. This behavior will reflect. And next, how does the film explore the theme of silence as both a defense mechanism and obstacle? And in the journey, silence plays a significant role, symbolizes both emotional difference and a barrier to deep deeper emotional level. Silence also represent the spoken burdens of trauma or personal struggles. For someone like Kenny, silence might act as a defense mechanism to avoid confronting pain emotion, but it also becomes an obstacle in forming meaning relationship and expression vulnerability, and this tension highlights the duality of silence in trauma and recovery. And next, analysis how Kenny character developed from the start to end in the film. What Kay even contribute to her growth in the Hurt Me If We Imagine Kenny as character with childhood trauma. Her development will likely involve overcoming emotional barrier due to the trauma. At the beginning, Kenny might really of silence and avoidance, avoidance to protect herself from confronting painful memories. Good K even like building the trust with other or being forced to face her past will encourage her growth. Through this event, she will learn to open up, express vulnerability, and communication more freely, and symbolizing healing and emotional liberation.
Hello everyone, I am Aqilah Qurrotu Ayuninas, and in here we are gonna talk about the answer for the question number 6 till number 10 after we watch the movie with title Hear Me. So, after we watch the movie, we had like to talk about how the communication class affect Kennedy's journey and who does this class help people make change in their lives. The communication class help affect Kennedy's journey. It is what in this class that she met Megan as her coach, someone who genuinely and persistently want to help her put aside the trauma of losing her beloved mom. The communication class helped to be a transformative and supportive environment for Kennedy, and it also helped her to be more confident in expressing her feelings. So, the next is we're gonna compare and contrast Kennedy behavior in various environments and what do these different reveal about her character. As we know, from watching and listening to the movies, Kennedy has a different character. When she is at home, she has a quiet and overthinker behavior. When she was at school, she was scared and insecure because she was bullied a lot since she was a childhood. And when in the communication class, Kennedy at first, Phil was afraid of meeting new people, but she was already better at communicating, even if it was only through reading. Kennedy felt comfortable because he met Megan, her mentor. So she can be like that because actually the person she really needs is someone who can hear her and support her. Next, we're gonna talk about how does the movie illustrate the relationship between trauma and communication, and we are know after watching that movie the specific example from Kennedy's experience. The movie illustrates how trauma can inhibit effective communication and how expressing your feels can be a vital step toward healing. From Kennedy's experience, the fear being abandoned by her beloved mom, And the fragment of childhood memories that forced her to speak, also got bullying at school, made her communication disrupted. And Kennedy lost the courage to express her feelings. This happened when she went for an interview to uh, enter scholarship at Yale University. She did not have the confidence and felt anxiety because she remembered the trauma she had. She never expressed her feels at all because she felt that no one would hear her except her beloved mom. Kennedy believed that her mother was the only person who would hear and understand her feelings even though her mom was gone. The next one, we're gonna analyze the role of trainer in communication class. So the trainer Megan, the communication coach in this film, play a big role in Kennedy's progress. She taught her to practice eye contact, which is the most important thing nonverbal communication. In addition, the coach also gave her posture exercise. Took her guidance, Kennedy learned to bravely put aside her past trauma and overcome her challenge of speaking in front of people. After we watch the movie and discuss the theme of strong will in the movie, we know Kennedy's determination to get a scholarship was great. He had good academic ability and persistent, but the university still underestimated her without knowing there was a deep trauma that made her have difficulty in communicating. While Kennedy not have met it through the interview, her strong will and the lesson he learned during the process are important. The journey itself ultimately contribute to his character development. Even when his desired outcome is not achieved, Kennedy finally got into communication college and stepped out her comfort zone.
Hi, my name is Sahda Kayyirah, number 25. From the movie, we can see that Kennedy's vulnerability is communication difficulty, or in this case, is selective mutism that caused by her trauma that happens in her childhood involving her foster parents. Kennedy struggles to speak, isolates her from her peers, and makes it difficult for her to express herself, even if it's just a simple answer. Despite her vulnerability, Kennedy is determined to overcome her selective mutism by seeking for help. This is proven by her willingness to sign up for a theater class and stay after class to practice more, even when it is difficult for her. The turning point in this movie is when Kennedy begins to overcome her fears by starting to journal like her teacher asked. Her teacher or Megan suggests that journaling can help Kennedy to find her voice and express herself. Even though Kennedy feels hesitant to try journaling, but she eventually agrees to give it a try. As Kennedy begins to write in her journal, she starts to open up and share her thoughts and feelings. Driven by her dreams to get the scholarship for her college, she starts to realize that she has something to say and that her voice is very important. One of the challenges faced by students with trauma or communication issues is that they may feel isolated and misunderstood by their peers and teachers. In this movie, you can see that Kennedy is being bullied by her classmates because she struggles to connect with her classmates and express herself. Another challenge faced by these students is that they may have difficulty participating in classroom activities. From Megan, we can learn how to deal with someone who has trauma by giving them time, also supports and encouragement to overcome their trauma. Megan also always gives appreciation for every little improvement that Kennedy made. Throughout the film, Kennedy works with her theater teacher Megan, who helps her develop the skill needed to articulate her thoughts and feelings. This mentorship is crucial as it provides tools and techniques to overcome her silence by always practicing like Kennedy does in front of a mirror. Figuratively, Kennedy's journey represents a broader theme of self discovery and empowerment. As she learns to articulate her thoughts and feelings, she also begins to understand her identity beyond her trauma. This exploration allows her to reclaim not just her ability to speak, but also her sense of self. Kennedy's inability to speak is a direct result of her childhood trauma, which she must confront throughout the film. As she prepares for an important scholarship interview, the pressures keep going up, symbolizing the external challenge she faces. Her journey illustrates that overcoming adversity often involves facing one's past and acknowledging painful experience. As Kennedy navigates her challenges, she embarks on a path of self discovery. Her journey reveals layers of her identity beyond being a silent figure, which is a talented individual with a dream and aspirations. This exploration is crucial as it allows her to redefine herself outside her trauma. Through her interaction with Megan and her efforts to communicate, Kennedy gradually builds confidence in herself. Each attempt to express herself, whether successful or not, contributes to her understanding of her own strengths and capabilities. This theme of self discovery emphasizes that true empowerment comes from recognizing one's worth despite the challenges. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, so the next couple of questions will be answered and explained by me. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Husna, my absence number is 34, and my last three digits of student ID is 186. So, you already know that in the movie Hear Me, it's telling stories about how Kennedy's life is struggle because of her incident in the past, in the childhood, that caused her trauma. And so I recall that I have seen another movie that is similar to Hear Me. Hear Me. So this movie is called The Silent Child. In this movie, there are a child named Libby that is deaf, and she is just turning 5. So her parent is concerned about her well-being. They decide to hire a tutor for her to teach her to be so that Libby can equal to other children, other hearing children. And as time goes by, Libby's parents started to realize that Libby is closer to her tutor more than her families, her siblings, and her parents. After a long discussion, her parents decided that they're going to dismiss the tutor. They're going to dismiss Libby's tutor and move Libby to a better school for her according to her parents. But Libby's tutor strongly disagrees with her parents' opinion because Libby does not use hearing aid at school, at home. So her tutor is concerned about her well-being in her school, in her new school, and despite the tutor's denial, Libby's parents still decided to move her into the new school. In the new school, Libby's experienced some discomfort because the school itself did not have any facilities or curriculums that are helping the disabilities children. There are some similarities and differences between Hilmi and This Other Child. These two movies talks about a child with the child that is having a communication barrier or struggle in communication with others. But in Ken's case, Kennedy. She is a child that had an accident in her childhood that became a trauma, and that trauma caused her not be able to speak. But in Libby's case, she had disabilities that is deaf. Another similarities between these two movies is that their struggle in life start from a childhood. Ken's case that the trauma, the incident happened in her childhood, and Libby's case that are deaf since she was born have to put them in a lot of struggle. But this movie is still very different. In the ending, we all knew that Hirmi or Kennedy's case are happy ending because she already overcome her trauma and she accepted in the college communication community. Meanwhile, in Libby's case, she did not receive any happy ending from the movie because the movie ended when she got transferred to her new school, and in the new school she did not receive any special treatment from the teacher and the curriculum itself because the school did not have any curriculum that are specialties in disabilities people like this. So the next is in both movies there are a huge amount of teacher role are played. So in Kennedy's case, she have a teacher or communication coach that are helping her from the start, from how to maintain an eye contact to how to speak for herself. But again, the result is very different. In Kennedy's case, her coach has a huge amount of influence on Kennedy's but in Libby's case, unfortunately, she did not receive any education from the tutor because her parents cut the only way that she can be equal with another hearing child is to stop the tutoring for Libby. In Kennedy's journey's approach is unique because she is the one who wants to change about herself. She is the one who wants to have her confidence back, and she is the one who encourages herself that she is going to take the first step, which is join the communication class. And throughout the movies, Kennedy's coach gave her a bunch of motivational words, motivational sentences to overcome Kennedy's childhood trauma. And there is one sentence that I think is most suitable in Kennedy's case. Her coach says that you can't keep blaming yourself. You can do this. You just have to take the first step, which is Kennedy's already did. The first step in her journey is that she registered to the communication class. That is the first absolute step to her and her trauma journey. And the other one that is the other one is the great advice from the coach itself to Kennedy, which is between your mouth and your mind is a barrier, and you're gonna have to push through, but it's gonna be a struggle. It is true that between Kennedy's mind and Kennedy's mouth is a barrier that she cannot go through it because she is not confident about herself, and the coach helped her go through all of the circumstances, all of the hardship that she going through, and the coach also understand how Kennedy is feeling about herself. So the coach give her emotional and motivational support for Kennedy's to achieve her dream. So I think all of the questions have already answered. So that's the part that I think all of the questions already answered, and I think my friends already answered them as well. So this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys that are watching are and I hope that you guys that are watching are satisfied with our answer. So thanks for your time to watch our video, and thank you.